Welcome back to another video. In this video, I just wanna share some thoughts that I had. And I got this thought from listening to Lead Farmers, one of his viewers, talking about. He's a young black guy who was talking about basically saying that the system is basically forcing us to come together. The system is forcing us to think like we've always supposed to been thinking, which is smarter, right? So I had this to say, and I've said this many times, and I just wanna reiterate this. So basically, it's like this. It's sad that we have to be forced to help each other as blue people, so-called black people. It's sad that we have to be forced to care about each other again. Why does it take a falling system that was never supposed to happen for us to start back working together? Like, do y'all get it? They forced us apart, and now they're gonna force us to get back together as their illusion crumbles. Again, y'all don't want to believe that we were all 100% connected to God and earth, nature, in the beginning, and we did not have a bad bone in our body, period. Not 1% of bad in our body. Not until that balance was destroyed. I repeat, all blue people, so-called black people of earth, the ones who they admit were all over earth, were 100% connected to God, not no internet. We were all connected to God and the resources on earth and forces beyond that until that balance was destroyed. Now the question is, who broke that balance, that peace? We know who did it, but we don't want to admit it. And it's those not of earthly origin or creation. If those beings are of earthly creation, what creator gave their bloodline the mindset, the agenda to enslave another demographic as well as their own when they didn't even need to? They literally don't have a reason, they don't have a need to enslave people when we have all the resources on earth. You see what I'm saying? We can share. Granted, the black people and the non-black people have a genetic difference. Yes. We literally still could have shared our resources with them, but their bloodline wanted to take it a step further and do all this extra stuff, such as poisoning the resources, lynching us, harvesting our organs. Did they have to do that, is my question. They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to take it a step further and do sick stuff like that. But they did, and they still do. Publicly and privately, they still do these heinous things. Now my question is, why did it have to come to this point? Why did it have to come to a point where their system had to fall just for me to start helping my brother or helping my sister, when I should have been doing that in the first place? You see, excuse me, you see what I'm saying? If God didn't want us to be together, he wouldn't have created us together. That's why an unnatural event, aka we got conquered by another demographic of people, and that event was put in place to force us apart, because they know we were not meant to be apart. So they had to force us apart. They had to break us. You see what I'm saying? And when you break something, it's hard to put it back together. Why would God create something and then break it himself? You see what I'm saying? So those are the thoughts that I was having upon me watching this guy talk in regards to solar panels, because that's the thought that I got, that's the feeling and emotions that I got from that. um Being that, um people are resorting to solar options, opposing to electricity. People are basically going back to Mother Nature and stuff like that. Um, Finding cheaper ways to live and stuff like that, and solar is one of them. And all I was saying is that how did we come to a point where they had to make it hard for us just to realize it can be easier? It was supposed to be easy in the first place, but you see how good they tricked us out of our spot, tricked us into not wanting to claim Earth, not wanting to come back to Earth so they can claim Earth to themselves. That's all what it's about. That's what the war is about. They want to trick blue people, aka black people, out of Earth so we don't want to come back when it's our creation in the first place and it's not theirs. And yeah, they just want 100% control over it, and they're gonna do that with AI. AI is their AI is their version of our creator. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. That's why AI has their vibration, and it doesn't have blue people's vibration. As you see, it doesn't have our voice. When you call on Alexa, when you call on Siri, you see what I'm saying? They don't have no black person's vibration. And if they did, that's just them giving us the illusion that equality exists, such as Black Panther. Y'all want to be a part of our system? We'll give you Black Panther. We'll give you a black college, knowing that they still hold the root of ownership. You see what I'm saying? These HBCUs don't even teach African languages. They teach American English languages. How can you be a black school but you don't even teach African languages? And I had this discussion with my homeboy, and I think we never followed up with the research, but if I'm not mistaken, black colleges do not even teach African languages. And you would think that if this is a so-called black college, why don't they teach black languages? You see what I'm saying? So yeah, these are just the thoughts and feelings that I'm having right now, so I just wanted to share them. Again, we were all good until bad came in the picture, and it's simple as that. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, you can unfollow if you want. I don't care. They literally put the answers in the movies, especially the Avatar sequel with the blue people. They were in peace, they were in harmony, and then another demographic came and intruded upon them, learned how they were, and destroyed them. And now they're in an ongoing war, which is in real life, and they up here making movies about it, and we think it's all a game. We think we good, but every day that we wake up is war. But they've gotten so good that we think that this isn't a war. You being able to pay your bills on time does not mean you're good. The creator of earth, the most high, whatever you want to call them, does not care about you being able to maintain some bills, maintain a business, maintain finances, maintain anything dealing with currency that's not of earthly origins. The Most High does not care about. If the Most High cared about some money, then we all should be trying to get money. And as we all know, getting money is not going to save us. It'll save us, and it'll keep us saved in slavery. So that's the only way that it's going to save us. It's gonna save us, and it's gonna save their system. It's gonna preserve their system. You know, so yeah, that's all I got for this video. I hope y'all learned something from this video, and yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next video. Thank you for listening. Peace.